So it's Sunday. It's supposed to rain today, but it's blue skies and no clouds right now in SoCal. So I guess it's not raining anymore. So we're gonna take advantage of that and get a bike wash in because washed it about 2 weeks ago through Trek, but I need to wash it. So let's get that thing care of. Let me go grab my bike real quick. In a second, you'll see this. Now we're back. One time for the one time, as people say. Oh, that sounds so good. That sound will never get old, honestly. I love how that sounds. Get on the stock wheel. I think that sounds so good. Anyways, let's get this thing stripped down. Let's get it stripped down. Let's get this thing washed because after yesterday's ride, it's super dirty. It's caked in sweat everywhere on the frame. So I think it's a much needed time to get this thing washed. Things first is stripping this thing off, taking off my lights, my computer, taking all that off just to make sure that it doesn't get dirty or wet. I'm sure it's waterproof, but I don't really want to test my luck on it. Take off my saddlebag. Just some stuff that I'd rather it stay dry, if that makes sense. But I'm sure it's fine if it gets wet, but I'd just rather not take that chance and keep it dry. It's also kind of a pain in the butt to get off, but it's okay. We manage. Many ways to get this done, but I like to use Dawn Power Wash for my bike. I feel like it just works good. Pretty sudsy and it hasn't let me down yet. So it's the job done. It's relatively inexpensive. It works for me, and honestly that's all that matters, right? Okay. So there's many different ways to wash your bike. You can use whatever you see deem fit for you, but this is what I use. I use Dawn Power Wash for the frame itself and the wheels. It does a pretty good job of taking everything off of there, and it's relatively inexpensive. I also use the Bontrager chain lube at the end of it just to make sure that everything stays nice and oiled, I guess, or lubed up, whatever you want to call it. And then for the brakes and the drivetrain, I use this Ultimate Cleaner. I just put it on there, let it soak for a bit. It turns purple, and then it kind of just strips everything off, all the nasty gunk. I use this little wash mitt on the frame itself, which does pretty well. And then I have this brush that I don't know where I set down. So this is the brush that I was referring to. I got this at Home Depot, and I use it to kind of get in the cassette as much as I can. It's pretty long bristles, so I feel like it does a good job. They're not too hard, but I feel like it does a good job kind of getting in there and spinning it, getting it done for me. So once again, that works for me. You're free to use whatever kind of suits you and you like, but once again, inexpensive, gets the job done, keeps the bike clean and kind of performing how you want it to. So yeah, I'll do a little quick video on the bike wash itself. All right, first things first, let's give it a good little rinse. Kind of try to knock some of that loose dirt and grime off there, just so you don't want to go in there dry and scratch up the paint on there. Yeah, nothing crazy. Just a little rinse. Kind of get the seat wet, get all that nice and wet. Get that drivetrain, flip it around a little bit. Try not to scratch your shifters too much. There's so much sweat on this bike from yesterday. It's kind of ridiculous. That's okay though. Alright, first off, get this nice and wet. Start kind of going to town on this thing. Trying to take it too wet yourself, but it's going to happen. Get that bottom tube. Gets super nasty with all the stuff you run over. Get your tubes here. Oof, nasty. Get your derailleur. Let that soak for a bit. Get the other side. Get your bottle cages underneath there. Get your forks. I'm gonna get a little more in depth. Just want to kind of get it wet before I soak the drivetrain. 105 looks so pretty. Look at that, nice and clean. Let's get all up in there. And this thing works so well, I'm telling you. Spray it on there, Give a nice little spin. Get that back. Oh, get that backside. Oh, where's the pedal at? Right there. Let it soak for a bit. And I'm probably doing overkill with how much I put on here, but it makes me feel good, so that's what matters. Like that. Let it soak. It'll turn purple. It just works so well. I love this stuff. And then just focus on some more stuff while that sits. About 5 minutes. I'll start working on the wheels, the inside of the forks, as much as I can. So yeah, while that sits, then I'll start focusing on the wheels, the tires, kind of getting everything nice and wet and soapy, just as that'll kind of break up some of those that nastiness that just get on your wheels, get the spokes, the backside, the front side, what do you want to call it. Just really get in there. Then you start focusing on all that fun. Then the product after, just so nice to see a clean bike. Who doesn't love that? My watch on there, I can't do that. This back wheel. You'll start seeing it turn purple on that degreaser that I threw on the bike. Ooh. This brush right here, it's a lifesaver. Just kind of get in there as much as I can. No awkward angle, but go forward, backward, backward. Shouldn't be too dirty because I just picked it up 2 weeks ago, but once again, a little bit helps. These long bristles really get in there. Look at that. That's getting clean. Clean the bottom little jockey wheel, I think it's called. Get a good little rinse off. Get all that soap off, all that degreaser off. And I promise you, this bike will feel brand new afterwards. Use the mist setting. Get everything nice and clean. No more issues. Cycle that. Oh, that's so nice. But yeah, that's what I do. That's a job done. It works for me. The next thing I like to do is just start drying things off. You know, just trying to make sure everything got nice and clean. You'll see what's dirty after, just because of how much nicer it looks. Get those levers. You know, the worst feeling is digging for, looking for that extra gear when you're on those climbs. Not fun. That was me yesterday, trying to look for more gears when we were climbing Newport Coast. Or after failing that climb yesterday, it was awful. The one before that. Let's clean that off. I'll leave the rotors alone. I don't really touch them. Clean the inside of them. Dry the inside of them, I should say. Nothing crazy. Ooh, that looks so good when it's clean. Okay, so this is after. The drivetrain is nice and clean. I just oiled it, so I'm gonna let it sit for a bit. I wiped off all the extra lube. Yeah, look at that. Makes a big difference in how the bike looks. I feel like if the bike looks good, you feel good. I feel like it just performs better. Maybe that's just a me thing, but I don't know. Take it as you will. Yeah, look how clean it looks. 105, nice and shiny. No more nasty sweat stains. No more nasty buildup on that bottom tube. It's nice and clean. Cool. Hell yeah. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week.